Sheckman.
And I'm Steven Sonlick. Welcome back to Trailer Highlights. We got a lot to talk about today, so we're just going to jump right in with the brand new trailer for The Hateful Eight, Quentin Tarantino's 8th film. They actually wanted to say that it was his 8th film.
Well, it's funny because
for the Hateful
he's
Eight.
such a ubiquitous pop culture filmmaker now that you think of him as having made a huge library of movies.
But it's really
the
small.
fact of the matter is this is only his 8th film.
It's going to be really good, and the trailer was cut really, really well. It made a point of showing all of the characters that you're going to see. Some people are really well known. Some people are not as well known.
Some people you recognize, but you might not know their name.
Where are they
Walter
from?
Goggins. People are going to be like,
Yes.
oh, that guy. It's like, yeah,
From
that
Justified.
guy. Because he's amazing.
Yes, he's so good.
Everybody in the movie is an amazing artist. And Tarantino himself, of course, is a real artist. He's a filmmaker.
Yes.
This movie was actually filmed in 65 millimeter, which no movies are. So they filmed it in 65 millimeter.
The trailer said
project
70.
it in 70 millimeter.
Yes.
And the movie looks astoundingly beautiful.
It does, and I'll be interested to see. It doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of change of scenery throughout this film.
It takes place in a cabin.
All in a cabin, which is very unlike every Tarantino film. Usually they're all over the place and all
strangers
just
locked in a
all
cabin
in one
the
place.
winter.
So I'd love to see how the pacing's going to be,
Yeah.
or I'm sure the dialogue's going to be freaking brilliant.
And it looks like a really good Western,
Yeah.
and it looks like a really good character piece, and it looks like a Tarantino movie. So I think it's a great first trailer.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have Addicted to Fresno. Finally.
Finally.
Your favorite and mine.
Finally.
Say it.
Judy Greer gets a leading role.
Leading role in it.
The perpetual, always the second or third fiddle in every single everything. Judy Greer is a freaking brilliant actress.
She's so good.
And
She's so funny.
it is about time that she gets a leading role in something.
Yeah.
And something as funny as
This looks great.
looks, where
This
they're really using
actually-
her.
This movie is like a love medley of quirky 90s actresses that should have had gigantic careers, but for whom the landscape of Hollywood has just never been accommodating.
Right.
Ever. And this
Totally.
movie is like, we don't give a shit, because you're amazing. Here's your movie. And I'm so excited.
Yeah.
At first it sort of seems like it's going to be a quirky, funny, dark family drama, and then it's like, oh, except there's also somebody dies and they have to hide the body, and there's a heist involved, and
Which is so
in
random.
Fresno.
Yeah.
Why not?
Apparently people are addicted to it. We got a new official trailer #1 for Trumbo,
Trumbo.
which is Bryan Cranston being a commie bastard. Do you, bro?
It's a fantastic cast. The writing is great.
It's intriguing because it's kind of rooted. There is some truth to the story that they're telling, right?
Yeah.
It's based off of true events.
Mostly true
And there is this brilliant writer who just happened to have beliefs that didn't match up with the time, so he gets blacklisted. And then he's like, "Hey, Hollywood."
But so Bryan Cranston is a pretty good scenery chewer, and he looks like he's gonna tear it up in this one.
I'm calling it right now that the dark horse of this movie is going to be John Goodman.
Oh my God!
Yep.
Well, he always is. He's like the
always-
best
well,
thing in anything he does.
That's the thing is that
Diane Lane's in it.
there seems to be a good mix of the serious blacklisting stuff and also the fun, intelligent people of Hollywood doing their thing. So it'll be pleasant both on the eyes and the ears, I think.
It shall be.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Enough with movies. Let's talk about the real stuff, which
Gaming!
is the video games.
Video games.
Video games. Let's start out with Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
It's a really fun world to move through, and you get to move through it in an incredibly engaging way. You're kind of like tiny parkour Batman. She doesn't use guns, she doesn't use weapons, she uses her environment.
Right.
It's like a puzzle element.
Right. Yeah, totally. And another thing that they do, which sometimes gameplay trailers aren't very good at this, but they managed to sneak in some story context into this.
Yes,
Where
that was
you're
good.
going into this place that is on the outside, it's one thing, and then once you get in there, you discover that something else entirely is happening in there, and you get a look at a couple of antagonists as well.
One of whom is another tiny, Fist of Fury parkour lady, so that's exciting.
Yeah, the
exciting.
henchman who you're definitely gonna fight her.
And it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard.
And then I was very interested because there is a lot more color in this game. So I don't know if that means that there's going to be more stuff available for you. If your environment's going to be, obviously she grabbed onto those green platform things at one point and pulled herself up on that. Maybe you're going to have multiple ways to the same point, which would be a really good evolution for their series.
Next up,
Yeah.
we have...
Your favorite.
Oh God, this is Until Dawn. It's almost like in all of the procedurals now, how there's a genius who can like reconstruct the scene of a terrible thing in their mind, and like you as the viewer get to like see it through their eyes, so they'll look at like a broken thing and they know how it happened and you hear it. That's basically what this trailer is, and it takes you through a knockdown, drag-out fight between the final girl of a horror movie and the murderer, moving through this big, dusty, gloomy, abandoned cabin.
How they executed it was really impressive because as you go through, it's like very heavy rain where you go through and you have options of like, do you throw the candle in the guy's face or do you keep running past the stairs and you see the option that she doesn't pick dissolve away, and then you hear the sound effect from the option that she chooses.
And sometimes it goes well and sometimes it does not.
Yeah, every decision that you make is going to dictate who survives this story.
The description is something like a group of young people go to a cabin to hang out, because that's always a great idea.
It's super duper like a teenage slasher flick
this
in
is
a
my
video
favorite
game.
part. To try and forget a horrible thing that happened in their childhood. I was like, is that not just setting yourself up for failure? And finally, on our video game trailer extravaganza for the week.
Well, it's 3 trailers in one.
3 for 1.
Kind of. It's PlayStation Plus is doing a little campaign called the Vote to Play. You can vote for one of 3 indie games for them to have for free for PS Plus members next month.
Which is pretty cool. It's a neat feature.
It's really cool. And so what they did is they got the developers to sit down in front of a camera and kind of be like, hey, this is our game. This is what you do in this game. This is why you should vote for us, so we can be on the PS Plus store for free. And it's, first of all, it's really good exposure for an indie dev that may not have as many eyes on their game as you would first see. Anyway, so you have these 3 games. One's like kind of like a board game RPG like thing. One of them looks like a really sweet platformer where you're a robot that can grow trees. And the last one is a street brawler with animated zombie Vikings.
Titled, funnily enough.
Zombie Vikings.
And what's really clever about the way the Zombie Vikings crew did their trailer is they actually have the characters from the game interacting with the fourth wall and speaking to the viewer, as well as interacting with the actual devs in their office. So like, it's very cute, and it gives you a real feel for like who these creators are and what this game is like and why it would be a good time to play this.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to comment with your thoughts on the trailers we just talked about or ones that you'd like us to talk about. Please like and subscribe and just keep coming back because we love to see you. Yeah.
To be honest, I can't quit you either. Thanks for watching.
I'm Amanda Scheckman.
I'm Steven Sonic.
Bye.
See you later.